Maximum retail price of 2,500 rupees for a sack of fertilizer. Import tax on potatoes and big onions increased.
24 new SLFB electorate and district organisers appointed.
Prasanna Dhanasiri Dilum and Kanti Kodikara lose their positions as organisers.
Yoshita Rajapaksa suspended from the Sri Lanka Navy.
Leonardo DiCaprio wins Best Actor at the Oscars. With news from home and across the globe, you're watching Primetime News. A very good evening to you. I'm Chaturanga Hapuarachi.
And I'm Jitendra Gunasena. Now, day 6 of the Gum at the Door-to-Door campaign and National Public Service Initiative concluded successfully today.
On tonight's bulletin, we feature the experiences of the Newsfirst teams currently touring across the country, inquiring into hardships faced by the general public.
Issues faced by farmers were discussed at a meeting presided over by President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe today. Many decisions, including setting a maximum price of 2,500 rupees for 50 kilograms of fertilizer, were reached at the meeting.
The special discussion, which was held at the President's office, saw the participation of all stakeholders of the agriculture industry. Displaying the price of fertilizer was made compulsory at the meeting, which also saw the President instructing the distribution of fertilizer produced by the government and the private sector to be made through the agrarian services centres. During the meeting, the President notified the officials that the 25,000 rupee fertilizer subsidy, which is given for every hectare of paddy land, be deposited to the accounts of farmers at any given bank, and to ensure that loans obtained by farmers not be deducted from the deposited amount. According to the decisions reached, the taxes imposed on imported potatoes and big onions will be increased from midnight today. Expressing his views, the President assured the decisions that will inconvenience the farming community will not be taken. The President also added that the government will in no way impose an economic burden on farmers. The President also pointed out that steps will be taken over an extended discussion at the next cabinet meeting to resolve the issues faced by the farmers, including issues surrounding fertilizer subsidies and the purchasing of paddy.
Several farmers' demonstrations were held across the island today, resulting in the disruption of traffic flow on key roads for several hours. Protesting farmers are demanding that the revised fertilizer subsidy system be abolished and that a certified price be granted for their harvest. Representatives of the 24 farmers' organizations in the Thamuttegama Agrarian Services Division staged a demonstration blocking the Queen's Junction on the Anuradhapura Padiniya Road in Thamuttegama. Our correspondent noted that the road was blocked for close to 5 hours. The Parakrama Samudra Farmers Collective in Polonnaruwa commenced a protest march from the Karulagaswava railway station today. The Colombo-Batikka road was blocked at the Somel junction in Kaduruvela as a result. The traffic block, which lasted about 2 hours, severely hindered day-to-day life in the area. Tensions flared when the protesters rejected a court order obtained by the police to cease the demonstration.
Can you spend 45 rupees to fill a 50 kilogram sack of paddy? They still haven't given us fertilizer packs for the paddy which we sold for 45 rupees.
A demonstration in Thalava blocked the Anuradhapura Kurunegala main road.
90 to 100 people who are gathered here do not know how to write a signature. Some 100 people are visually impaired. They go from person to person with a form. What sort of process is this? It is harvest time and downpours are expected, and we are unable to sell our harvest. A kilo of paddy is between 20 and 22 rupees. At such a situation, how can we fill the fertilizer bags? We use 10 sacks of fertilizer for 1 hectare for both harvesting seasons. If you consider it in kilograms, 10 sacks of fertilizer is 500 kilograms and it will be 25,000 for 1 hectare. Now, if you adjust the price of fertilizer to be 3,000 rupees, farmers will have to spend a sum of 30,000 rupees. The government said it will provide 25,000 rupees, which means the farmers will have to incur a loss of 5,000 rupees. When fertilizer was provided for 350 rupees, the farmer had to pay a sum of 150 rupees as an insurance. So 350 and 150 is equal to 500 rupees. 10 sacks for 500 rupees is 5,000 rupees. Even when fertilizer was provided for 350 rupees, the farmers had to incur a cost of 5,000 rupees. Then 10 sacks of fertilizer for 3,000 rupees is 30,000 rupees. The 5,000 incurred by the farmer was reduced by us. So it is 25,000. So once this opportunity is given, farmers can obtain fertilizer from anywhere they like without any issue.
Welcome back to the news. Now, 24 new district and electoral organisers were appointed to the Sri Lanka Freedom Party today.
The appointments were made under the auspices of President Maithripala Sirisena at the President's official residence this morning. 17 electoral organisers and 5 district organisers were appointed. Western Province Chief Minister Isurudeva Priya was appointed as the organiser for the Maharagama electorate in the Colombo district, while Attorney at Law Kirti Udavatta was appointed as the organiser for the Devili electorate. Provincial Council Hector Betmage was appointed to the Colombo West electorate, while Prasanna Solangarachi was appointed as electoral organiser for Kolonava. Sumit Vijayamunisosa was appointed as the new electoral organiser for Avisavella. Ron Ranatunga was appointed as organiser of the Minuangore electorate in the Gampa district, while Sanjay Siribodhan was appointed co-organiser for the Mirigama electorate. Minister Mahinda Samaravira was appointed as electoral organiser for Panadura. Western Province Minister Ranjit Somavansa was appointed as organiser for the Agalavata electorate, while Sumitlal Mendis was appointed co-organiser for the Kalutari electorate. Chandim Rajaput received the letter of appointment for the post of organiser of the Mathura electorate. Minister Vidhi Sanayaka was appointed as the organiser for the Hewahat electorate in the Kandy district. Provincial Councillor Thilin Bandara Thenakon was appointed as organiser for the Senkaragal electorate, while Manil Bandara Abiratna was appointed as the new organiser for Udunuwara. Mahinda Bikun was appointed as the organiser for the Kandy electorate, while Mohammad Samson was appointed as organiser for the Akuren electorate. Son of late MKADS Gunabodhana, Nalin Gunabodhana was appointed as organiser for the Seruville electorate in the Trincomalee district. Meanwhile, 7 appointment letters for the post of district organisers were also presented today. President Sirisena presented letters of appointment to son of State Minister Lakshman Yapa Bebodhana, Pasanda Yapa Bebodhana and Nalin Ranveera to the post of co-organisers of the Mathura district. Sujiva Chandrasiri was appointed to the Colombo district, while Anjusri Shamperera was appointed as organiser to the Gampa district. Asanka Edrivira was appointed as organiser to the Kaltura district, and Thisar Gunasinghe were appointed as organisers to the Galle district.
While extending my wishes, I would like to request all of you to work dedicatedly and responsibly for the country and its people by extensively organising the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. Let us all work together. Under your leadership, steps have commenced to reform, transform and strengthen Sri Lanka Freedom Party as a political party which stands for the people. Your only advice was to take the required leadership in future development activities. Therefore, we continue to strengthen your party.
With the appointment of a set of new organisers to the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, several members of the party who held the post of organiser have lost their positions.
MP Prasanna Ranatunga has lost his position as organiser of the Minuangore electorate, while Dilum Amunugama and Tuminda Silva have lost their positions as organisers of the Senkeragala and Kolonava electorates respectively. Kamti Kodikara has lost the Maharagama electorate, Dhanasiri Amaratunga the Devili electorate, while Attorney at Law Senarath Jayasundara has lost his position as organiser of the Colombo West electorate. The Central Committee of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party has granted permission to function in the opposition while accepting the concept of the national government. But you may have seen through the media how some of the organisers had worked in breach of party's constitution. You cannot form another party while you hold membership of another party, can you? So if they are talking about a different party, it simply implies that they do not acknowledge the existence of the SLFP, do they?
A media briefing was convened by the Sri Lanka Freedom Party today at the Government Information Department.
He has never led an election campaign in that manner and won. Even during the 2005 election, he came one day before the nominations were handed over. When we consider how he lost and why he lost, Namal Rajapaksa says that the main reason behind the defeat was Basil Rajapaksa. He said this publicly as well. During the previous general election, he distributed money to the extent where people started to refuse it. And that same reason turned out to be the cause for our defeat. He also paid a sum of 100,000 rupees to each Pradesh Sabha member of ours. So I told them not to waste that money and to buy something for their houses instead. Even when he sent the posters to be pasted, he sent a sack of flour and half a sack of flour and 1 or 2 plastic buckets along with the posters. Basil provided everything required to paste posters except for the water. So I think that all these attributed to Mahinda Rajapaksa's defeat. We as a party are extremely happy that Basil Rajapaksa has come forward to split our party and form another party, because no one in the party, MPs or anyone who is closest to Mahinda Rajapaksa has any appreciation, trust or liking towards Basil Rajapaksa. For all those who are planning to form an alternative party, it is best if they think about the party which is being formed, if it is another party of siblings or a family party.
Still on local news, the Ministry of Defence has taken a decision to suspend Yoshita Rajapaksa, who is currently in remand custody from the services of the Sri Lanka Navy.
The decision was reached following a request made by the Police Financial Crimes Investigation Division to carry out ongoing investigations into Yoshita Rajapaksa independently. Thereby, the suspension took effect yesterday. The payment of Yoshita Rajapaksa's salaries and allowances has been suspended with immediate effect, and he would not be authorized to enter any naval premises or camps without the approval of the Navy headquarters. Meanwhile, the Colombo High Court today rejected an application made seeking the issuance of an interim injunction declaring that the arrest of Yoshita Rajapaksa and 4 others was unlawful. The relevant bail applications are scheduled to be taken up for consideration on the 8th of next month. The High Court judge stated in an open court that the order which has been issued by court to remand Yoshita Rajapaksa and 4 others cannot be changed, adding that it was issued based on the B report. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa attended the court hearing in the capacity of an attorney at law.
A petition calling for the cessation of political activities at the Abhayarama Vihare in Narayanpeta was taken up today.
The petition filed before the Colombo District Court was filed by the chief incumbent of the Purvarame in Kirulapana, Venerable Patberiya Vimalananda Thera. The chief incumbent of the Abhayarama Vihare, Venerable Muruttetwe Ananda Thera, has been cited as the respondent in this petition. The court granted time until the 4th of May today for Venerable Muruttetwe Ananda Thera to file objections.
The temple must maintain a moderate stance. My teacher was at this temple before. He never engaged in politics. He did not even exercise his franchise. When certain political opinions spread into the temple and deteriorate the religious environment there, it is very harmful. There is no politics in the temple. Not only Mahinda, even J.R. Jayawardena has conducted common affairs from the Abhayarama Vihare. When the Sri Lanka Freedom Party split, even Chandrika Bandaranayake wanted to come to the Abhayarama. The Abhayarama is a public space, not a space that has been given to Mahinda. The case pertaining to the murder of Bharata Lakshman Premachandra was taken up at the Colombo High Court today.
The case was taken up before a 3-member bench. OIC of the Special Crimes Investigation Unit of the Criminal Investigations Department, Meril Ranjan Lamahewa, gave evidence today relating to the crime scene and 92 case items. The case is due to be taken up once again tomorrow. We hope that this case will conclude in the near future. What I have to say here is that the younger brother went to strengthen the hands of the former president to protect the TV channel and save the elder brother from a case. Now, to protect the younger brother, the elder brother is trying to strengthen the hands of the government of good governance. The current government is not bankrupt to that extent to get drug dealers and murderers to strengthen its hands. So therefore, I believe that the case will conclude in a just manner very soon without any political interferences.
මේ තියෙන නඩුව ඉතාමත් ඉක්මනට සාධාරණ විදිහට සිද්ධ වෙයි කියලා.
You are happier to be here today rather than you were last time?
We were very pleased to see the resolution, which was really pushing forward the reconciliation that's taking place here.
There's also a huge debate in your country on a new flag.
Change is always difficult, so it's not to say it's impossible, but it's quite a battle to get there.
Exclusive interview with New Zealand Prime Minister John Key on TV1 Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Channel number 10 on Dialogue TV and channel number 12 on POTV.
The Newsfirst Come at the Door-to-Door campaign, an initiative which reaches out to the most vulnerable and deprived, got underway today as well.
As day 6 of the campaign got underway today, the Newsfirst teams visited the Batadura village in Ratnapura, where people are facing a severe crisis due to the absence of a doctor at the rural hospital.
Our teams also came across an elderly couple in Mullaitivu who are in misery after losing their children in the war, and a village in the northwestern province where a water project has come to a standstill due to the lack of electricity.
Come at the Door-to-Door, a national public service initiative.
The Newsfirst door-to-door campaign continued its journey from the northwestern, Sabaragamu and northern provinces of the country today in search of locals living in harsh environments. The team, which commenced their journey from Opanayaka, Ratnapura today, did not have a smooth journey to their destination. Upon reaching the villages of Kalkanda, Kirimba, Batavala, Hateyalla, Narissa, Gongala and Patadura, its locals presented their issues to our team.
Now, during the course of today, we visited a number of villages in the town of Opanayaka in the subdivision called Akaralla, and the problems faced by the locals were many. The main problem being the dilapidated state of the main road, a main road that is an approach, the only access road to thousands of families in the area, which is the Uduvala-Ranbala road.
Amidst the many issues these locals face, one villager in Batadura brought to our attention of the area's rural hospital, which has left its doors closed for many years now due to the absence of a doctor. The other team, which commenced its journey from Opanayaka, visited the rural villages of Udavela, Akarella and Ranvala. The Newsfirst Come at the team, which is touring the northern province, met with the locals of Mullaitivu district today as well. Our team was able to meet with locals at the Palapani village, which is located in a forest area around 10 kilometers away from the Mullaitivu-Mankulam main road. Even though plans were set to provide this village with electricity, which does not even have a bus transportation too, these have been limited to mere words. Locals of Ottusudan, Peripu Itamuri, Palampasi and Kardipulavu villages presented their issues to the Newsfirst Come at the team today. It has been 5 years since this couple, which our team met in the Peripu Itamuri area, have returned to their home after being displaced due to the war. Even though they are fortunate to return to their homeland, due to the outcome of the conflict, they are not fortunate enough to live in their own home.
During this campaign today, we were able to speak to a number of locals in the area, and one of the locals took us to the field where the roads have been broken for 4 years, and the locals in the area are finding it hard to move about. The water facilities and transport activities have been hindered due to this.
The Newsfirst Come at the team, which is covering the northwestern province, commenced their door-to-door campaign from the Pangola army village in Ibagamu today. Locals of the Barandana village explain their issues that they face as a result of sand mining which is taking place at the Dadru Oya. The people of this village love the Dadru Oya very much. There is a strong bond between the people of the Barandana village and the Dadru Oya. However, now the people are afraid of the Dadru Oya. How did Dadru Oya turn out to be a threat? The reason is not anything else but because of a flooding in 1957 which followed by a landslide. Before that in 1947 there was a major flood and then in 1949. This happened intermittently after several years back then. Recently an ordinary bund was made close to the Kiruvula bridge and since that bund was made there have been floods here. They are planning to construct a bund of 48 feet here. They are trying to do this under a large project. This project will cause around 28 rural divisions to flood. Another Newsfirst team inquired into the issues of locals of the Bulatwata, Pilassa and Belgalakamda villages in Ibagamua. What you see behind me is a water project that provides drinking water to around 70 to 75 families in this village. Although there is water in this large well, the people of this area do not have the necessary fuel power to get the water to their homes. Due to the lack of electricity, these water pumps are generated with diesel. As they cannot bear the cost of the fuel power, the locals lament that they cannot generate the water to their homes. Newsfirst is carrying out the National Public Service Initiative with the assistance of the University of Peradeniya. The Newsfirst Come at the Door-to-Door campaign, which will travel the country until the 18th of March, will come to your doorstep soon.
Come at the Door-to-Door, a National Public Service Initiative. The single largest public service initiative in Sri Lanka, the Newsfirst Come at the Door-to-Door campaign covering the most rural parts of Sri Lanka, giving a voice to the voiceless. The Newsfirst Come at the Door-to-Door initiative, an unprecedented island-wide campaign in association with the University of Peradeniya.
This lady, who is nearing retirement, has served for 31 years in the state sector. On the 28th of September 2013, she was promoted to the special grade, which is the highest grade in her field of expertise. However, she was granted a suitable position only on the 26th of March 2015. The period since she was granted an appointment in 2015 to date can be considered the most unpleasant period in her professional career. Travelling from Galle to Colombo by train every morning to reach her workplace when she is entitled to an official vehicle as per the job grade adds to the unpleasantry. But
the 16th Founders Day celebration to mark the work of Lady Takiko Yoshida, the founder of the Yoshida Foundation, was held today.
The ceremony, which got underway under the auspices of the chairman of the Sri Lanka Mahabodhi Society, Venerable Panagalopati Sathera, was graced by Postmaster General Rohana Begunawabana. Floral tributes were presented to the monument of Lady Takiko Yoshida on the sidelines of the ceremony, which was held at the Yoshida International School in Sapukaskanda.
Postal Department has issued a stamp to honor Madam Yoshida in 2008. I should mention this because that is our responsibility to honor this type of people who are serving Yoshida Matiniya me arambha karapu.
Preschools are widespread around the island and about 100% of children are attending preschools today because of the Yoshida International School, which was founded by Lady Yoshida. Yoshida International cannot be spoken about without mentioning the chairman of the Capital Maharaj organization. Everyone doubted and started saying that the tree without a main root could collapse at any time. This is the day that the chairman of the Maharaj organization, Mr. Raj Mahendran, came forward and extended his hands and heart to us and became the main root of this tree and assisted us to continue to build this institution to where it is now. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to him.
Lady Takiko Yoshida, who was a trailblazer in social service for 92 long years, was a guiding spirit in the formation of the foundation when it was launched on the 28th of February in the year 2000. Lady Takiko Yoshida, who was known for her social work in India and Japan, was recognized by many as Okasan or Amma. The Sri Lanka Ranjan Awards, which is an accolade that recognizes the works of foreign nationals, was presented to Lady Takiko Yoshida for her social service. A celebratory stamp and a first-day cover was issued while a road located close to the Yoshida International School was opened in lieu of the Founders' Day celebration.
The lecture series on the Bhagavad Gita by Sunandaji, daughter disciple of Swami Parthasarathy, was held yesterday.
The lecture series, which was held at the Buddhist Cultural Centre, saw the participation of many dignitaries, including Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Y.K. Singha.
The Bhagavad Gita is a science. It contains the philosophy which is referred to as Vedanta. Vedanta is the ancient Indian philosophy. But like any science, can emanate from any part of the world, and it belongs to all those who help themselves. It can serve humanity. First of all, introduces yourself to yourself. And it tells you how to live in this world, how to relate to the world.
The lecture series will conclude on the 2nd of March.
And that's a wrap of Primetime News tonight. I'm Jitendra Gunasena.
And I'm Saturanga Poarachi. Take care and good night.